getting straight into some of the do's and don'ts, we want to say when you're when you're dating, we've all heard, do not be unequally yoked. Dion, what are we thinking about? What picture are we thinking about with being unequally yoked with an unbeliever?
Not talking about an egg yolk, right? We are talking about a device that is used. We still see them today. If you're taking a trip anywhere where you see people carrying two livestock together, like two oxen, you'll see that the oxen, they are mechanically held together with a device that attaches, like a plank across their necks that locks them in place. And what that does, we don't see one go in one direction and the other go in the next. We see both of them going in the same direction, and it's guided by the farmer. You understand? So think about God as the farmer, and he wants us to be equally yoked with our spouse so that he can guide us where we need to go.
Absolutely. And when we think of even that picture of the two oxen, if one is smaller than the other, or one is moving at a faster pace than the other, they are not going to go in the same direction. Somebody's going to swing. They're going to have problems. Somebody's going to shut down. Okay, this is ridiculous. It's helpful when you put two things around the same size or whatever that's walking in the same direction, they walk in the same pace, and they.
Excellent. That's an excellent point, because we want to be with someone who is a equal. What was you looking for?
Similar purpose.
Yes, we want to be not equal necessarily, but similar.
Yeah.
We want to come to the marriage to bring. I want to be as maximum Dion as possible. Me and my relationship with God must be as full as it is, so that when I join with Sharice, who is endeavoring to do the same thing, we both get together and we are both strong in the Lord, and we can go in the same direction.
The Bible says, what fellowship can light have with darkness, as clear as that, right? Yeah. And that brings us to the question of, is someone truly saved? If we're saying we want to be equally yoked with a believer, we're asking, okay, we need to find out now, is that person truly a believer?
Yep.
And there are some questions that must be asked, right?
Yeah, because it's not like we could have a sign on their forehead or on the chest saying, I am a true believer. Ask questions such as these. Tell me about your salvation experience.
Right.
Tell me, how long have you been saved? Maybe even talk about what is the involvement in ministry. Not necessarily church, but what is the involvement? Do they feed poor? Do they do these type of things? Like, when last did they lead anyone to Christ? Like, ask those questions. Don't be afraid.
Right. Are they truly submitted to the Lordship of Jesus Christ? So we need to ask questions like that. Evidence by fruit, like Dion said. There are conversations to be had. There's fruit to be seen, right? And then to take it a step further, Dion, doctrinal differences.
Yeah. You want to make sure that you believe the same things.
Yes.
There are minor differences in doctrine, and there are major differences in doctrine. We want to ensure that the major things, you guys agree on that.
Exactly. Like I was telling Dion, I had mentored someone in the capacity of a Sunday school teacher who really liked a girl, and doctrinally they differed in terms of what the expectations were of the church now, and the outpouring of the Spirit and those giftings, and they were very divided on it, and it became, unfortunately for them, a deal breaker.
Yeah. If my view of God is that He's always good, I don't want to marry someone who thinks God is the one who's smiting the earth with all these diseases and wars and plagues and stuff like that. We're not going to have a healthy marriage.
Yeah, those things, come up, and they can be very difficult.